Alright guys, welcome back to part number 27 of the My Team Career Mode, the British Grand Prix in round number 2. As you can see here, we get all our sponsor money from the last Grand Prix, which is very, very good to see. We're also going to renew our sponsors because they are going very, very well at the moment. Looking at upgrades, we've not got too many left. In the end, we decided to go with a chassis upgrade on the calipers. It's one of the only ones we can really do at the moment. Additionally, we're also going to take out some new engine parts as well as a new gearbox so that the car is as reliable as it can be. Personnel department event, basically Carlos Sainz wants to have productivity, so we agree to do that. We're also going to upgrade the facility. We're going to upgrade the chassis facility due to getting those last upgrades on the chassis department, which will be absolute ultimate upgrades. As well as that, we get durability department where they want to work a bit more to spec, and there has been a bit of a tweet storm going on, so we are going to eventually fire that employee. It's going to give us more team acclaim, but the morale will go down a little bit, but I don't want to be involved in any of the bad media around. Also, we're in a special livery for this Grand Prix, a silver, blue and neon green type livery, a little bit different, but it's a special livery nonetheless. I'm not on PC yet, so I can't really mod in a special livery, but in the practice sessions, 1,400 R&D points coming in, giving us a total of 3,300 R&D points, which is absolutely crucial, even at this stage of the career mode. We want a maxed out car and all these durability upgrade that we're getting, saving up for now. But yeah, we're going to get a ultimate aero upgrade on, and then we are going to head over to qualifying. And here is that special livery in action. The silver really gives it a special look. You could say it's chrome or silver, whichever way you want. But it reminds me sort of that silver being the McLaren Vodafone. But on our first qualifying lap, as you can see the silver is blinding when it's overcast. Not the best first lap. Coming across the line, we go 1:25.2. So we decided to go again as we are behind Latifi. Good first corner, then we get up on the curb in for turn 2, and then we are in the wall, so no front wing, so we've got to get back to the pits, got to get that changed, and then hopefully we can go again for another good run in qualifying. Now, on our second run, we take this corner way too wide. We do get a track limits warning, but luckily we can keep going with a lap into the chicane, take it very nicely, third. Don't flick up into 4th until now, into 5th, into 6th, round the final corner, take it a bit too wide up by 7/10. We go P5, so we're going to head back to the pit to get a fresh set of tyres on and go again, and then we find out we have underbody damage, so we are actually going to be unable to set another lap. So at the moment we are in P5, will we stay P5 for the grid? No we don't, we slip down to P6, so we slip down one position. Hamilton just out qualifying us, Sainz in P10. Let's see what we can do in the race.
Welcome along then to Great Britain and the Great Silverstone Circuit for today's Grand Prix. The 3.6 mile long Silverstone Circuit is one of the longest of the season, with 18 corners in the current layout. With average lap speeds reaching around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the quickest tracks of the year. Watch out for cars taking the right-handers of Abbey and Copse flat out. It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat, Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching for as they go down into turn 1?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn 1 as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Ricciardo, Lewis Hamilton, the real deal, Norris, Gasly, Tsunoda, and Carlos Sainz, Ocon, Leclerc, Nicholas Latifi, and Giovinazzi, Stroll, Vettel, Mick Schumacher and Callum Islet, Russell, Mazepin, Joe, and Nobuharu Matsushita. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So, as we know, there are a multitude of drivers for the home Grand Prix this weekend. Lewis Hamilton, us, Lando Norris, all 5th, 6th and 7th respectively. You've also got Callum Islet and George Russell. So that is 5 drivers out of 22 on the grid, nearly a quarter of the grid. The home Grand Prix. Qualifying P6 did mess up a little bit on my lap. But P6 is around about where I expected us to be. I'm going to underfuel the car a little bit. We do have good fuel saving techniques in the actual car now. Strategy-wise, I'm going to try the undercut around here. I feel like the undercut could work, so we're going to come in lap 6. And then 7 laps on those medium tyres. Everyone is going to be starting on the softs. Just question of when are we going to obviously pit and when will it be effective. We've just chosen Sergio Perez as our new rival, but we know where we need to upgrade this car. Obviously, we've just spent 8 million upgrading the chassis department, so not going to spend any money, I don't believe, until the contract negotiation period comes around. Hopefully, guys like the special edition livery, and yeah, let's get into the race. Hopefully, you guys are liking the content at the moment. Obviously, 3 videos a week is what I'm planning, so 1 week, we'll have the first and third video of the week being the My Team, and then the second video of the week being the FIFA career mode. And then we will intertwine that around. So the week after that will be the first and third video will be FIFA career mode, and then the middle episode will be the My Team. So that's what this week is doing. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch quite a bit more. Guaranteed nights at the moment are Thursday and Friday, WOR and WRL. So hopefully you guys can come and watch me league racing them. But yeah, let's see what we can do. And hopefully you guys do like this special edition livery, because I really do like it. As we line up on our grid slot here, it's about who comes out on top here at this historic track in Silverstone. But who's the Brit who's going to come out on top? It's lights out and away we go. Short light phase as we rev up the engine a lot there. We're going to get swamped either side of us. We're going to hold it. Lando Norris and Pierre Gasly trying to overtake. Don't want to fall back from this pack in front. Hamilton already having a go at Daniel Ricciardo here. And we're just going to sit behind here and hope for the best with the straight line speed of our car we do have. We've got Lando Norris on our inside. We're going to have to leave the space. Lando trying the overtake. Obviously, 2 young Brits on this grid, us and Lando. Hamilton, the more experienced one of us, is the 2 veterans of the sport going side by side. Hamilton and Ricciardo backing off from one another. And he's side by side. It looks similar to a Verstappen-Hamilton situation as we're heading down to Stowe, down the old pit straight. I believe this is now the Hamilton straight. If I'm wrong, it is the other straight, which is the Hamilton straight. But the AI are going to be so quick through this corner. Obviously, we're heavier fuel loads. We're going to have to flick down there. Lando Norris is going to come back at us here into Maggotts and Beckett's. It's going to be so close as he does back out. That is a sensible decision from the young Brit. Does show a lot of maturity on the grid in this 2022 season. But we're coming to the end of the first lap here, down the straight towards, I can't remember corner names. It's all going past me. The fast right-hander. Down to 6th. The car is still a little bit heady as we run a little bit wide there. Getting the first track limits warning into the chicane here. I should know corner names. This is my home Grand Prix. Don't ride that sausage curve, but we do a little bit. And as we come to the end of the first lap, we remain in P6. It's just about, obviously, pit stop strategies now. And how we can drive this car around this Silverstone circuit. Lewis is now pulling out of that second just about. We've got Lando just behind us in P7. Oz in the top 7 are sort of pulling away from the rest of the field, but we're going to have Lando breathing down our neck here. The AI is so quick around Stowe on this game that coming through Maggotts and Beckett, you have so much pressure put on your shoulders. We're also going to be absolutely quick around there, and Lando's going to be breathing down our neck now. We're going to let go of the ERS. Our straight line speed should hopefully help. We are having the same engine provider as McLaren. Is Lando going to try and move around our outside? We're going to hold it. Lando isn't going to try it. But as we keep going here, obviously we're going to fall out the back of Hamilton and them. Our car just doesn't have the same grip in the corners as they do. Even the McLaren's better than us in the corners, I do believe. And we're just going to have to keep going here. Lando's still breathing down our neck, and he now does have DRS, so we're going to have to do a bit of defending proper now. Might have to use a bit more ERS than we were using prior, but hopefully with cars battling in front, we can catch up to these cars in front. Obviously, Lando's going to come at us now. We can let go of the RS sort of halfway down the straight, just before the braking zone around about. Just so we can keep position. I don't want to let Lando through, but if he is the quicker car, I don't want to lose time in my own race. But at the moment, seems to be doing okay. We've got some wear on the ICE. 55%, it's not too bad. I'm going to shift down there and power it out. Still, look at how quick Lando is out of there. It is absolutely ridiculous. Codemasters, I know you bought a patch out, but still, these AI need nerfing. They need nerfing, man. I can't compete with them. Lando's coming at us again. We're going to show Lando the outside. He's going to come back at us again here. We're going to hold it up the inside. I didn't want to battle Lando. We're just taking our racing line. Oh, this is going to be a hectic race. We're 2.7 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton now. So maybe this undercut that we're going to do on the fresher tyres might help us. Here comes Lando Norris again. New strategy on the MFD. I will check that in a bit, Jeff. As Lando's going to try around our outside again. It's our corner. We're going to take our line that we normally would a bit wide. Still going to keep lap 6. That's our second track limit warning. So we've got to be careful on the exit of that corner now. But yeah, Lando's really pushing me to limit. Hamilton 4 seconds ahead. Bottas is about 4 seconds, maybe around about 2, not 4, ahead of the both Red Bulls. So Bottas running away with this race, and it appears he's running away with this championship thus far. 2 more laps to go on these tyres, and then we are going to come in for a set of mediums to the end of the race. But at the moment, we're holding off Lando. We're doing all right. Poor run through Maggotts and Beckett's there is going to leave us weak and exposed to Lando here. We are on a personal best lap at the moment. Lando's going to swoop around our outside. We're going to stick our nose back up there. No, we're not. Lando's going to take P6 from us. Somehow we don't pick up a track limit there. But Lando, obviously, in the quicker car. We're going to be boxing this lap as the tyres are starting to fall off a little bit now, as you can see it. Carlos now up into P8. We're going to box this lap. We're going to push as hard as we can. And hopefully this pit stop strategy. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Yet again in our home Grand Prix, we have another incident. For God's sake, man. Car just snapped on us as we go around there. And we're now down into P20. Oh, no. We've got no grip on our tyres. And that is not what we wanted. Tyres are going to be on fire. Can't put the power down. Our rear left is on fire. And now we're fighting with the Hasses. It's not Season 1. That is not what we needed. I've got to be careful on these tyres now. They're back down to temperature. But, oh, that is potentially our race over. So change of strategy. We're not going to come in. We're going to follow everyone around us to do the pit stops that they're doing. Gives us the best chance of scoring points this race. An undercut might leave us exposed. So we're going to carry on going. We're going to catch up to these backmark runners. Oh, stupid me. I activated the ERS mid-corner. It's one thing you never do. And I've ruined a home race yet again. And the leaders are coming in, so we're going to follow these leaders in. Yeah, we're going to box this lap. Hope some of the guys around me do pit as well. Yep, some of the guys around me are pitting in. That's one of the Williams. That's Callum Eilert. As we stomp on the brakes here. We are pitting in at the British Grand Prix. Not when we wanted. Not in the position we wanted either. Oh, it's just... It's one of them, you know... It's a mistake that could have been easily avoided. But we're going to go into a set of medium tyres. And hopefully we can sort of catch up to these front runners and hopefully get into the points. Slow pit stops, not what I need at the moment. But we are going to be exiting the pits in 21st. Oh, this race, down the drain. It is majorly down the drain. Don't do a Grosjean out the pits. There we are. We're coming out. We've got 5 laps on these tyres. 6 even. Oh, let's keep going. Let's just push on. And hopefully we can at least finish the British Grand Prix this year. So everyone else now is in the pits. Next race, we're going to have to lower the fuel even more. We're already half a lap over pretty much. As we're coming around the final chicane here, just to see what sort of position we're going to be in. We're going to stay in P21. If not, George Russell coming out ahead of us, and he is. Which means that we're fighting. We've got to make our way. We've got to push like hell. And we've got to make our way through this pack. And we're going to have a chance to overtake Callum Ilott here. Should be a very simple overtake. Not even going to use the RS. Going to swing to the inside. Thank you very much, Callum. That's us up into P20. Oh, I feel like I'm doing Season 1 all over again. There is an Alfa Romeo, I believe, currently running. Wait, what position is Carlos? Is Carlos in the lead? I believe Carlos is in the lead, stretching those tyres. This could be a good result for the team in Carlos's side of the garage. Wait, so that means an Alpine's currently in second, and there's an Alfa Romeo in fourth. So some guys have hit their strategy right on, unless Carlos hasn't pitted yet, which would be a very stupid move. This could get tasty. So Carlos is coming into the pits now. He's waiting until lap 10. So Carlos could potentially be going for a win here. Very smart strategy at the moment. He's going to be on a lot fresher tyres than Bottas and them around him. Come on, Carlos. Get us a win. Next up here is George Russell. We're going to close in with the RS. And we are going to send it up the inside of George Russell, who is going to defend the position with all his might. We have up into P19. Next up, Mick Schumacher in P18, 2.7 seconds ahead. As Matsushita only just comes into the pits now, so that's us up into P18. He goes onto the hards with 3 laps to go. Very interesting strategy call there for Nobuharu Matsushita, our old teammate. Like I said, next up, Mick Schumacher. Whoever that Alfa Romeo is doing a stellar job at the moment. That's Mazepin in second at the moment. He's going to be on absolutely dead tyres, I think. Or he has damage. But currently running P2. He's going to have to box for sure. He's not going to make it to the end unless he is on an early pit stop. I believe that is Mazepin just coming into the pits now. So Mazepin has stretched soft tyres, I do believe. 11 laps. So good driving from the Russian as he goes onto the hard tyres with 2 laps to go. Interesting strategy calls from some AIs this race. P17 at the moment, not where I want to be. I wanted to be running, you know, with the top dogs where we were running before our mistake. But I feel like P16 is going to be our best finish we can get. So let's keep closing in on Mick. And yeah, we'll just finish this race. So start the final lap now. Still on the chase for Mick Schumacher. 1.1 seconds ahead now. Mick is actually driving this Alfa Romeo very, very well. I don't know why he doesn't have a better seat in actual F1 or in the game F1 wise. We do not have DRS on Mick, so we're going to have 1 DRS straight to get past Mick, and hopefully we do. We're obviously in the quicker cars. We set a personal best in Sector 1. There you are. You can see how much we close in on the braking zones. Obviously, our brakes and chassis and pretty much everything about the car is better than Mick's Alfa Romeo. We are closing in now. 0.8 of a second now. Hopefully we do. That means at the moment as it stands, we will get DRS. 0.7. We're going to save some ERS now as we go through Maggots and Beckett's here. Flat round there, flat round there as Valtteri Bottas wins the race. We've messed up our run through there. We're going to get DRS on Mick, but I don't think it's going to be enough. We are closing 0.6 of a second, 0.5 of a second, 0.4 of a second. It's going to be a late lunge. We're not going to be able to send that lunge. The only place that we're going to be able to send a lunge now as we pick up a track limit warning is going to be into the chicane, which we are going to do anyway. We do pick up a track limit warning, so it doesn't matter anyway. We're going to finish P17. Been an absolutely dreary and dismal second half to the race. Come over in P17. It's the best we could have done.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Here we are then, a fantastic British Grand Prix, and what a performance it was from our race winners today. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
So obviously it's very annoying with the result. P17 in the end. Carlos Sainz finishing P9, picking up 2 points for the team. It's really the best we were hoping for. Would have been P16, but wouldn't have scored any more points. Standings wise, we drop down to P8. Sainz stays P9. Teams wise, AlphaTauri and Alpine switch in the constructors, but we stay P5. I believe top 5 is where we're aiming for. Top 4 would be great. Valtteri Bottas wins the race, overtaking Lewis Hamilton in the constructors. But yeah, that's the best we could have hoped for. I've been Amphux. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.